Here I am again on March the 5th, 2011, here in my place in Souk. I'm here surrounded by about 150 acres of land that is unoccupied, 33 of which belongs to me for the moment. And this land is something about Western Canada that I love. It is basically a natural environment. It's really unpopulated in a lot of ways, and it actually has tremendous resources, even here, of trees, of fresh water, clean air. And in all of Western Canada, that's the one thing we have a lot of: abundant natural resources and wealth. And some people think, therefore, we should invite the whole world to come here, and that we'll solve the problems of the overpopulated parts of the world by inviting everyone from there to here. And for those of you who come from third world countries and enjoy this beautiful natural environment, I ask you to think about this. If you were to take the view that everyone from every third world country could come here, and that there's lots of room for everybody, how long would it be before this place was as overpopulated and, in effect, exploited, naturally oppressed by the vast number of people in the growing cities and the sprawl, as it is where you came from? How long would it take before that would happen? It could happen in 5 or 10 years. Is that what you really want? And is that why you really came here? Well, I've been born and raised here, and I've lived here all my life, and it's not what I want to see for the land I love and was born in. Therefore, if we want to control immigration, we have to do several things. We have to actually independently achieve what Western Canada needs for its own immigration policy, and that we'll have to determine by independence itself. Secondly, we're going to have to realize that people my age who are retiring now in larger and larger numbers and are going to create sort of a labor vacuum have got to be given an opportunity to do light duties, less work, but still get paid. And that's going to involve the necessity of making it easier for employers to hire people who are retired for a day or 2 days a week, or maybe even less. Well, why don't they do that now? Because for every employee, they have to create a Canada Pension Plan account, an income tax account, a EI account, and they also have to cover them with workers' compensation and create a whole bunch of paper for one employee, and they can't do it for 1 or 2 days a week. What about independent contracting? Well, this is something the government fears, because it means they can't automatically control everyone's income and take the money that they want for what their programs are. Don't think the government's doing you a favor by establishing more and more controls over the workplace. They're actually making it more and more difficult for people to work. So with independent contracting, Western Canada could achieve partial employment for older people. I don't mean that you would retire. Too many people retire and then they die. They've got nothing to do. They feel useless. They feel unnecessary. They feel that their life is over, and a lot of times playing bobo and running around the world is not exactly what everybody wants to do. Part-time maybe, but not all the time. The result being that any one of us who's over 65, and I will be this coming month, would want the opportunity to work as much as they felt they had the energy to do, and they have tremendous experience to offer to those who are newer in the workplace. A lot of our experience, acquired over 35 or 40 years, is useful for people just coming on to this type of work, whatever it is. It could be anything from McDonald's to consulting on the international financial system of Canada or Western Canada. But like a lot of new ideas, like referendum, initiative, and recall, and all the wonderful things we could achieve, the stultifying control of Ottawa and its impossible to move constitution is a roadblock and a barrier to new ideas. That's what Western Canada always was. It was new ideas. And we can have that great new innovative mentality if Western Canadians do what ought to be done. Free the West. Independence referendum is in every province, and we will build a whole new country with regional representation, one English language for everybody, and a culture we can all enjoy, and a very prosperous economic and geographical area where we can live, and our children and grandchildren can live in comfort, security, and peace. That's what Western Canada has to offer. That's why I say, free the West.